hasn't done that I can say he should do to say he's done it all.
He won that championship. That was it.
Everything. He's done everything. He's scored a lot of assists.
The only thing that can cap off his career is becoming Mr. Basketball.
So why is it that when I watch Juwan Odom, did I feel like he's the best player? Every time I watch Juwan Odom play, I feel like I'm seeing something special. Like I'm seeing something that I'm not gonna maybe not see again. I said that for a long time. BJ Boston was my favorite high school player in Georgia. I don't get that feeling that I'm seeing something I'll never see again.
Yo, it's the Love of the Game podcast. Bryce, what the hell are you eating, bro?
Some onion rings. I had to warm them up with I'm hungry.
And they look fire too, bro.
Yeah, they're good.
What is going on? Whose mic is that?
Is it mine?
I feel like. Hold on. Wait a minute.
I think it's yours, bro.
Check. Nah, that's locked. Go back off mute, Huff. Check. Yeah. Hold on. Wait. Look. Watch me unmute. Lock.
Yeah.
Now it's gone.
I heard it.
Hello?
Do it again, Bryce. I think that's my boy. Hey, see, Lock come back. Hey, from Houston, what you do to your settings, big dog? What's happening?
I ain't touched the computer all week.
Oh, hold on a second. We're gonna make some adjustments here. Hold on.
Oh shit.
Love of the Game podcast. We're in the building. I think that is Lock. I actually do. I think that's you giving us some feedback, bro.
All right, about that. Hang on.
We're in the building. Bryce got onion rings. Every team in Georgia lost except for the Falcons today. Huff,
The Braves are up next.
we want the floor. Huff, you want to get your shit off?
We're talking about basketball today. I'm not talking about this other stuff.
Hey, he don't want to talk about it because he knows the Braves are on tap to Georgia tonight, to fully Georgia.
That's what we're talking about? I'm not even going to get into that.
Huh? I hope they win, though. Like, I don't really watch baseball like that, but I always hope the Braves win.
I'll let you slide today. I got other stuff on my chest. I'll let you slide today.
Okay, he really wants to talk about Teddy Bridgewater in the game. That's what he wants to get off. He really wants to.
But Teddy Bridgewater did blow the game, but I'm just saying,
He did.
I just want you to acknowledge that,
Walked into the game, leading the NFL completion percentage, and, that happened. It's okay.
It happens. Football's a tough sport,
Yeah, I mean, Lamar Jackson did his thing today.
It's Lamar Jackson. Man. He didn't do it versus the Tennessee Chiefs.
Hey, look, I feel like this is going to be one of those moments where it's like the barbershop scene on Coming to America, where it's like, that's they won. That's they won.
That's they won.
Yeah, he's trash.
Oh, here we go.
He is trash, my boy. Oh. Hey, if the Falcons, all the Falcons have to do is fire somebody in the front office or a coach every week from now through the Super Bowl, and y'all got it.
Okay.
I'm really trying, and it's not working. He's not letting me through.
I'm not falling for it today. I'm not going in today. I'm not falling for it. You are Dave. Big Dave, I'm not falling for it, Big Dave.
Okay. So a lot of stuff went on today. Hey, Locke, try your volume. It might be the volume. Try turning your volume down a little bit. A lot went on today. We had camps going on this weekend.
Last two weekends.
Last 2 weekends. We had camps going on. I know there are a lot of people tuned in right now because there were some preseason awards given out.
Wow.
Listen, I don't want to talk about that shit either, but somehow I always get tagged in the shit.
I got tagged too, but hey.
So
Kyle Fanny tagged you?
Huh?
Kyle Fanny tagged you?
Yeah, he tagged me. I guess because Garrison was on the list.
What did he give Garrison?
He gave him first team, but I don't look at lists, man. I think lists.
Yeah, why is it such a big deal what somebody thinks when the season hasn't started anyway?
Exactly. That's my opinion.
Well,
Prove it during the season. Show me the list after the season. Then I'll say, okay.
well, okay, so let's talk about it. I wasn't planning on starting here, but we're here. So let's talk about it. I think as adults, that's easy for us to say.
Why? What you mean?
Because for me, like
We're not
I'm
playing.
40. I'm 40, right? I have a different view. Even if I was a coach of one of those teams and one of my players didn't get in, I'm going to have a different view at 40 regarding priorities, regarding understanding how time works. You know what I'm saying? What matters versus what doesn't. I'm going to have a different view of that at 40 versus if I'm a 15, 16-year-old kid and I'm out here busting my ass, working hard as I can, and I get over.
You gotta say 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Yeah, true.
Just because you busting your ass out doesn't mean that you belong on anybody's list.
Well, and I'm going to piggyback on that.
I mean,
but I'm going to piggyback on what Bryce said. Like, so everybody has a list. Okay, great. You made the list and you didn't make the list. If I didn't make the list, it means I got to continue to work my butt off. But that doesn't mean it's the end all be all. That just means I have people to put on my list who I got to go after, right?
To a degree, yes. But the list that came out today was a complete mockery of even doing it, period. Like, if you're gonna leave people off the list because you have a beef with another adult, that has nothing to do with
Who
a
got
kid.
left off the list?
Can you give us an example?
Everybody from Pebblebrook. There's not a Pebblebrook player on that list that came out today.
And Dre, what's the significance of those Pebblebrook kids not being on that list? Does anybody care?
They do. I don't.
But in the grand scheme of things, does it matter?
I understand who made the list. I understand who created it. So no, there's no value in it to me.
That's what I'm just saying. Like, even if you didn't know who made the list, they weren't on the list. Does it matter if they weren't on the list? Even if they're still good players, they're still going to college. Does it matter?
And see, here's my thing.
Not to me. I know who created it.
If we as adults, time and energy to a list that doesn't mean anything, then we're giving power to the person who does the list.
Now that part I do agree with her.
But saying that, the power already been given to him because everybody's talking about the list. So it's like I tell people a million times, if you got a problem with somebody, don't fucking tag him. Don't ask somebody you talk. Don't talk bad about him when you're around people. Again, when the season starts, you're tagging him in the tweets or you worrying about that's his list. Let him know. You could agree or disagree, but that's his list. Yes, kids get left off. But again, too, it's a lot of kids that own that list that y'all don't know, and it helps those kids out. The Middle Georgia kids, the South Georgia kids, the kids out of Savannah, the kids out of Augusta, the kids out of North Georgia. So those kids, it helps them now because we always talking about the one particular list from 7-8. Yeah, kids gonna get missed out. Yeah, no Pillbrook kids missed out. Okay, boom. That's more fuel to the fire. Washington, go win the fucking state. Shut everybody else up. Go do your job. Get the list. Do your job. Tyler Shirley, Jamal Kleiss.
My man rested.
Oh,
I've been in the streets all week. I've been ready to talk basketball. So you always everybody's talking about the list. It's helpful. If you get left off, you get left off. It happens.
I mean, honestly,
but that's my issue though.
Different than Bradley Beal being left off the NBA list. You get left off.
But no, this is my thing. This is my problem with it. And I'm looking at it, to me, I'm pulling back and looking, I feel like, at a bigger picture. That's what's happening outside of just this one person, because I'm seeing multiple people do this, right? It's becoming more business than basketball.
Definitely.
It's becoming I'm only gonna put kids on my list who attended my camp.
Definitely.
My event.
100%.
But
I'm
I
only
do,
gonna
I
put
do that with the freshman U too though.
I'm only gonna put kids. Well, if you do a freshman U ranking, you're ranking kids who actually attended freshman U. But these lists that are coming out are not that. You see what I'm saying? So that's my issue. If you're not serving the community, if what you're doing is building a business and you're serving yourself and you're using kids to do that, I have an issue with that.
Keep it a buck.
And I'm seeing it with more than just him.
Come on now. You know that's definitely what it is, Dre.
It is. But that's what I'm saying. That's my problem. That is wrong. There are so many people in this business, like a lot. That would be like you saying that you're not going to tweet out on a kid that didn't come to freshman U. We all know that you would not do that. You're going to serve the community at large, because at the end of the day, most people who are in this are about the kids. When you start doing things to serve your business interests, you're no longer about the kids, and you end up doing shit like this. I have an issue with it from that standpoint.
Is it not about business at all?
I'm not saying, but I think we try to swing it violently one way or the other. Man, everybody, you run a business, you're expected to make money. I get that. But like, if you're going to put out these lists, to me, take it serious and try to get as much info as you can and put out a real list. Don't do it just based off of the people that you rock with.
So
don't leave out kids who have nothing to do with the beef that you have with an adult. You don't have a beef with that kid. You have a beef with an adult. You didn't rank coaches.
I agree.
That's my job.
Don't hurt the kids. Yeah, don't hurt the kids because you have a beef with a coach.
Mondre, you're 100% correct. But that goes back to my point again. If Caleb's not on the list, right? You think that's Caleb? Is Washington? Is he on the list?
Yeah, he's there.
But he doesn't go anymore.
Okay, well, who's not on the list from Pebblebrook? Danny Stubbs?
Nobody from Pebblebrook on the list.
Okay, but does it matter? Is that going to stop a college coach from still evaluating them from getting to the next level?
It should not. It should not. If they're really doing their job.
The ESPN top 100 list.
Hey, Bryce. I would argue that college coaches don't even look to that person for that type of information at all.
Where are you talking?
I would argue that college coaches don't even depend on that person at all. I would argue
coaches don't look at lists.
I don't know. I can't believe that. I'm just saying.
I would argue that in one COVID summer of us showing players that we have helped more kids get more offers than that person.
Derek Harris blew up off the podcast because I forgot who brought him. I think Huff brought him and showed him, or Locke. Somebody
did,
showed him. And
I don't know which one of them.
Somebody brought him.
He was on the platform, like you said. Yeah, he was on the platform.
Who was, but somebody brought him, and you see what it is. So I'm just saying, my point is, like, that shit don't matter, bro. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the kid has to go out there and perform regardless of what a list says. I can put out a list. I put out a list yesterday.
True, you did. It wasn't hitting no shit.
Nah.
I'm just joking.
But hey,
what was your list? I missed that one. I must have been doing the clinic.
Bryce went and evaluated and just put out a list of people.
I mean, I was working the camp. So I put out a list of kids who I feel like they don't either have offers, or they're young, or I haven't heard of them. That was what my list was based off of. It wasn't, so I ain't tweet on the kids that we've all seen before for the most part. So I put together a little 10, 9 couple.
You got a great listener.
But see, look, this comment is perfect. And this is my point though. It should add fuel to the fire for kids that got left off. Every time you see a kid on that list, bust his ass. The kid, that has nothing to do with it.
It has nothing. Yeah, I did.
Because it's the person.
The kids have nothing to do with the list.
Nothing with it. And you busting his ass isn't gonna mean anything because that person ain't watching the game anyway.
You trying to get on, and you're busting his ass trying to get on his list, which you don't even read the list. That's like, man, like
it's not gonna matter.
It's not
gonna matter. That's my point.
If I don't know him personally, really. I'm just saying for me, and it's for me all lists. Like I don't really care about your list. Like that shit's cool. Like I'll read it, I'll look at it, I might retweet it, but I'm still gonna want to go see the kid for myself. I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I'm still want to see how he plays anyway. So
for sure. I just think when you do stuff like that, it's not about the bread. It should be about the basketball.
So I don't know. I think without money should not just be looking. They should have relationships with guys. But maybe I'm talking outside.
Dre, let me ask you. You guys or people get mad at him for locking his website up, locking his scouting service up when there's plenty of scouting websites that are locked up and you have to pay for it. What's the difference?
Exactly.
Not a point about that, right? Not a point about that.
I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I mean, there's plenty of them I can click on, and it asks for a payment. What's the difference?
Prep Hoops $22.50. I don't think you can get on.
Yeah, you gotta pay for Prep Hoops. There's some across the country you gotta pay for, and that's what it is. I get it. Like I understand. Now I'm gonna try to find a way to get the password without paying for it. But and I'm gonna screenshot it. I'm not paying for it, but I'm just saying, like.
I don't have an issue with that though.
It's funny. I paid for it.
Yeah, I'm not paying for that shit.
I'm not paying.
I don't have an issue with it though. My thing is, and what I've told I had a parent. Hey,
it's FYI. I got Pebblebrook winning this year. I've been said it. I see them in fall league. I'm sold. I'm going Pebblebrook this year.
You called it early, Bryce.
Hey, guess what? I called it 4 years ago.
Wow.
I called this 4 years ago. Me and Washington had this talk many nights. And what doesn't win this year, we own his ass.
Here, dog. Look at he's got a team. He got some piece.
That's so. I had a parent that reached out. Perfect example. Another kid who started to make a name for himself after being put on the show. The Brayden Pierce kid out at River Ridge, 16 kid that played for Cherokee Legacy. They going back and forth about, oh, you should pay to visit this website or pay to do this. And I jumped in the comments, was like, or you can send your highlights to Love of the Game. You can do it for free. I've seen y'all play. Just reach out.
Let me tell you something.
And
yeah,
boom, your highlights came on Love of the Game. Boom, your recruitment picked up, and you didn't have to pay a dime. Should we be charging?
Yes. I was just about to say because their websites out here charging $1,000, and people paying.
And they're not. My issue is I don't mind the charging. My issue is the work behind it.
If you deliver results, then
if you're not pumping kids out to college coaches, if you don't have those relationships, then you shouldn't be charging people for that shit. But to each his own, because at this point in the world, everything costs something. If you go somewhere, it costs for air. So
I feel like he's really just charging content, basically, for you to read content, because nobody doesn't cover Georgia basketball like Sandy Spiel. Let's go ahead and keep it a book. No one. He knows kids that nobody else knows. Like I don't even know.
Hillsman doesn't.
Thank you.
No, I said
Thank you.
I'm not talking
Georgia
about
Hoop Circle.
I'm talking about outside of, yes. I bet Kyle Sandy know more kids than both of them.
Oh, wait. Out of here, bro. No.
You don't think so?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Hell no.
He knows more.
Hills, man.
Hell no.
Why you say that, Dre?
He knows kids. Look.
Now he knows kids.
He knows kids from 1-8 public. Because I don't care what nobody says. Nobody here in Atlanta knows about 1-8 public basketball like that. Or kids. Sandy knows those kids all the way up to 7-8.
All right, so here's the thing. We're just gonna keep it a buck right here. Start, bench, and cut.
Oh shit.
Kyle Sandy,
Oh
Joel
shit.
Hillsman, Trent Markwith, and Georgia Hoop Circle. Mondre, you're up first.
Bear ain't been working.
I said Mondre's up first. Hold on, Locke.
But you gave me 4.
I know, so somebody's just left out. They're not even in the mix.
You said Georgia Hoop Circle.
Georgia Hoop Circle. Actually, I'm going to add one more. Georgia Hoop Circle, Chris Watkins, Joel Hillsman, Trent Markwith, Kyle Sandy.
That's too many.
How can you add
Just
Chris?
rank them. If you're
I'm
looking for players.
going with the people who I think are actually reaching out to coaches and helping kids get on.
So rank them first to last. Rank them first to last.
I'll go.
I'm going Hillsman. Then I'm going Trent, because I don't know if Georgia Hoop Circle's still active because he's coaching.
That's why.
I'm going Hillsman. I'm going Trent. I'm going Chris. I'm still going Georgia Hoop Circle, and then Sandy's there.
All right. I got mine. I got
Trent. I don't
Trent.
think he reaches out to coaches at all. You can know people and you can post it on the web, but what does that do?
You think Hillsman reach out to coaches?
Yes.
Go Lock.
Yes.
I got Trent number 1. Trent is the hardest motherfucker working in the state. He's in the gym every weekend.
Hey, Hillsman's breakdown on the whole GSA.
But I understand that, but you gotta look where I'm coming from. No, name a player who won a public basketball that y'all know about. None. Those guys, Trent knows, Kyle Sandy knows, and I'm not gonna say Jay Hillman doesn't know, but he's not gonna know 1A down in South Georgia, like with Kyle and Trent.
If you listen to the state tournament breakdown that Hillsman does, there is more information about coaches, players, and the school.
But Dre, I understand what you're saying, but broadcasters can get that information an hour before the game starts, knowing who they're about to broadcast.
Sandy can get it right before he puts it on his site. I don't mean he actually watched that kid. A coach can email Sandy. I know about how to create content, bro. That don't mean that you know it. You can post it. That don't mean that you know it.
I'm gonna just keep it real.
A coach can send you an email. You can copy and then paste that into your HTML, and then boom, it's on your site. How much work did you do?
I'm gonna keep it real. And it's just me saying this over years.
Okay.
If the people are not in our circle, you're not going to rock with them, regardless.
Trent's fine.
That's my opinion.
What?
I always feel that if the certain people is not in our circle, regardless of how much work they do, you're still not going to rock with them because they're not in that circle.
Trent's not in my circle. I've never.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying in general for what I see.
So I'm gonna keep it a buck now. I think Trent is in every gym. I do.
Yeah, he be in
Trent's in every gym.
Now here's the thing.
Almost too much. You want to tell me
Trent's in every gym when it comes to boys basketball. Now here's the difference. I think you don't have to like Kyle Sandy, and maybe he doesn't know everything. But how many people know girls and boys basketball?
Exactly.
You got to give Kyle Sandy that.
You got to give him his credit.
You've got to.
You got to give him his credit.
I'm not saying I'm not giving him credit. I'm just saying where
you're not giving him no credit.
When Georgia Hoop Circle, when he was not coaching,
right,
he was locked in. It was locked in. All right. Then you got Chris. Wherever Chris goes, it's great. But you also got to realize Chris has a family.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to get to, if they're not at a camp or an event he's doing, he's not going to see those kids. You know what I'm saying? Now, Joel, on the other hand, he does get out. He's also an announcer, but he also only sees certain kids sometimes of the games he's announcing. Like, he did a great breakdown of what? The Elite Fall League. But there were 10 other fall leagues that were going on.
Exactly. It was 3-4 out in South Georgia.
Hey, so this is my thing again when it comes to creating content. The reason why I rank Trent so high is because Trent is everywhere in the gym. That elite email system, or because people tag you on stuff and you can copy and paste, I don't necessarily give credit to that. I don't.
So Dre, if I decide to change what I want to do,
I'm put it like this. It's hot. You talking about the information? This how much power that Sandy has. He created a fucking transfer list, so people send him transfer information.
As bad as we hate that.
As we hate it, he's getting that information from somebody. Somebody's calling him, telling him who's getting transferred. He knows the coaching jobs, both sides. He knows the both transfers with girls and boys.
That's true. And he actually created his own lane and did that because nobody
was doing that.
Yeah.
Nobody.
That's true. Locke is making a case for him being number one.
He can rank up number one. That's Locke's list. That's Locke's list.
But let's put it all back in perspective. There are not a lot of states that have this, where you can go down 5 people and say what they're trying to do, and we're leaving off people.
Georgia does media better than anybody.
Like we're leaving off Big Kowalski,
Middle Georgia.
Yep.
Middle Georgia. We're leaving him off.
What about Samad?
Damn, y'all ain't gonna say Locke's way. I know I won't do it. It's hard.
Well, we on the show. We're not trying to.
Right. So Samad does national coverage.
Yeah, he does national. He be on the plane sometimes on the go. I'm not ranking none of them, so don't ask me.
I just gave a perspective. I was just giving a perspective, right? Of what each one brings.
Y'all call him the Georgia. Hey.
Facts. On the radar over everybody. To me, the hardest working group in basketball that really set the tone for helping kids get on. That, to me, that's the key. I don't care what content you post, who benefits from it. If you're the only person that benefits from it, I don't rank it that high. On the radar helps kids get on. Proven. It's proven.
It's a good topic.
It's
really
weighted to me.
It's really good
to me.
Hey, like I said before, this how much power he's holding. The first thing we talked about the show is his whole state list. So it's great discussion. Like I laugh at the tweets that people getting left out because look, we're discussing this. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
I hate getting tagged on it.
Somebody gonna get left off though. I mean, that's just the
everybody get left off.
Yeah.
But that shows the state of Georgia. How many good players we got? We can't be mad at that.
Can't be mad at it.
Left off.
Dre, if you get tagged in that stuff, that means you're doing something though, my guy.
Exactly.
I wish tag me. I feel like my email works.
Hey, you can't be selected.
Tag me in it, bro.
Okay, hey, dude, you just gotta get tagged.
Like,
you part of media too. You part of media too.
You're part of media too now, Dre. Come on now.
I don't rank anywhere near anybody on that list though. Put me down at like 35.
Man, you still part of the list. So wherever you at, you on there somewhere. But, like I said, I don't even know what the new classifications are and all that stuff. I don't know none of that stuff really. But I'm still going with Pebblebrook for some reason. I like what they got.
Because they're fucking good.
Yeah, they good. They good. I like what they got.
Hey, when I saw Pebblebrook passing the ball to each other in fall league and playing defense, like
hey. They do preseason football ranking too, right? College football. Does it ever stay the same? No, it doesn't. So why do y'all care? Wait till the game starts.
I like it.
True that.
I enjoy it.
Hey, they are scouting services out here charging $2,000 and $3,000 for sure. And getting it. I don't know how much that elite on the radar Twitter package costs.
I don't discuss other people's finances. I don't do that. I don't watch another man's pocket.
There you go. Talk to him.
They don't come to you.
Hey man, that's a strip club rule. Don't be pocket watching.
You're right, Chris Watkins. We did not mention Corey Black.
We did not mention.
Yeah, we didn't mention Black. The OG Black came through for me over the weekend.
Hey, Locke, how much does the elite Locke's Way Hoops Twitter package cost?
My package is free. I mean, like I say, basketball doesn't pay my bills. IT does. So if you got it, if the kid can play, I feel like this coach like him or he fits that style of play. Hey, coach, I got a kid for you. Boom, boom.
You do realize basketball don't pay a lot of coaches' bills either, right? Their teaching job does.
Yeah, the teacher, yeah.
I shouldn't have said that because Mondre about to get mad. He about to start go in on this rant.
No. Hey, listen, I learned my lesson when I figured out that being a great math teacher will keep you in a job much more than being a great
We
basketball.
didn't say Chad. How we didn't say our boy Chad out of Augusta?
That's what I'm saying. We just missed
It's so
a lot of
many people.
Yeah.
You got Chris Cameron does it sometimes when he's out. Like we got a lot of
Chad
guys.
does an incredible job out there in Augusta too.
Yeah, it's a ton of guys.
Chad cooks for sure. But yeah, Huff, I learned, bro. So no more rants from me on that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Be a great math teacher. That will keep you employed. Be a great, I don't know if a history teacher will keep you employed, but I think math, science, you ain't never losing your job. Forget how many games you win.
Hey man, who's Dr. Love?
Hey, he knows you pretty well.
Wow.
He knows you pretty well, Lot. He knows you pretty well.
There gotta be 2 plates, but I need leftovers.
Hey, I can give out. I've been hanging around Lot long enough where I can give out the prototype. I know what she looked like.
And the sidetrack begins.
Hey, Lot, say you ain't homeboys until you know what he like. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, hey, they ain't your homeboy till you know what type of girls they like.
I know what the prototype is.
Met your guys, them met your guys.
Yeah. So we had camps too. Are we gonna? Y'all wanna? Hold on, wait. Huff, you want a ball screen? You want just
need a
one
ball
flat?
screen, 1-4 flat right now.
Listen,
Listen to
hey,
me.
go ahead, Huff.
Listen to me. At camp, I worked camp the last 2 weeks. I know some of you guys been at camp the last 2 weeks. It's not your job to coach them from the sideline during camp and the ball every time they touch it.
Who we talking to? The parents?
The parents,
Oh.
because that's not going to translate when he gets to his high school team. You're not going to be able to do that because now you're going to put your kid's playing time in jeopardy because the minute he keep looking over at you, he's going to sit down and keep sitting as long as he's listening to you. And that's definitely not going to get him a look at the college level. And you cannot go to camp directors and tell somebody, hey, this coach telling my kid not to shoot so much. Well, maybe if he would pass the ball, that coach wouldn't be telling him not to shoot so much.
So, Huff, let me ask you this. When you're coaching the teams, and you too, Bryce, when you're coaching the team, are you really coaching to win those camp games? Or are you coaching to help those guys just do what they do well and just get more exposure? Don't care about the wins and losses.
I think it's a combination of both. To me, you got to be competitive. And to me, the only way you can be competitive is there's a scoreboard. It's a scoreboard in life. And you look at life, you either win or you lose in whatever situation that is. So I got to compete every time I'm on the court. All right. So then I also got to make sure that the kid is playing basketball the right way, or I'm not doing my job. Like, that's just me as a coach. All right. Then I got to tell the kid, like, I can't have you as a 4-man think you're going to dribble the ball up the court when you're not really a ball handler. And I got 3 guards on the floor. And I know you've been working on it maybe with your trainer, but this ain't the opportunity for you to do it. When you get in game situations, whether it's camps or real games, you accentuate your strengths, not your weaknesses. You work on your weaknesses so they become your strengths in your training situations.
I mean, for me, it's the same. Like, even yesterday, like I was doing one-on-one with the kids, like one-on-one king of the court, and the dudes that were competing and wanted to win, those are the ones that I gave the shine to, or like those are the 2 that I put into the championship, and made them play one-on-one against everybody while everybody watched. So, or even in the games, like the first 2 games at least until I get tired, I'm still trying to get them to compete and play the right way. You know what I mean? So, because I can see it. And I'm not gonna reward. I personally don't reward people for being selfish. Like that's not my thing. I reward people for competing and playing the right way. I can tell if you're good or not. Like it doesn't matter how many shots you get.
and unfortunately, you know, I understand kids do not pass at camp, but if we're gonna keep telling our kids not to, then we're gonna keep perpetuating the bad stuff that's going on in our game of basketball. And it's not helping the kids.
That doesn't help. I don't think telling them to not pass or the kid just being selfish doesn't help the kid. I don't think that helps the kid display that they're a better player.
Exactly.
Anyway,
because a kid can, if I can take at my age, if I get 20, 25 shots a game, I can score 22. I still got that in my game now, even on these old knees. So you got to understand that, like, you got to be efficient. You come down and you dribble the ball all the way up the court and you take a three, a contested three. That's not a good shot. I don't care whether it's camp. I don't care whether I'm playing in my backyard. I don't care whether I'm playing high school, college, middle school. It's not a good shot. Nobody else touched the ball. The ball didn't go from one side of the floor to the other.
So one thing I always looked at in certain camps, because like people say they need to share the ball. Sometimes you just need to make it seem like you know what the hell going on about the game. Like you just know you belong out there where you impacted the game without even scoring, or might even touch the ball. Because if we see a kid dive on the floor, get a steal or two, we'll be like, okay, this kid knows what the hell going on right now. You can tell he can play. He's not even scoring. Because I did this actually at Pro Movement Camp. I told him to give me nothing but guards. I had 5'6" guards, and 3 of my guards were seniors on that team. So guess what I told him? Y'all recruitment is not buzzing. Y'all rock out. Y'all play. We have fun. At the end of the camp, who it was? Chase Ballard, Shamir Wingfield, MJ Taylor had the most tweets from that camp. Now, I'm going to be honest, I lost all 3 of my games. But I wasn't looking for them to win those games. I was looking for them to show them what they can do in front of the coaches.
Fair enough.
I 30 shots a game and getting high major offers, I don't think.
I think you gotta be a little bit more like, you gotta tell us kind of who it is, because that's kind of hard to say. Like, I mean,
I think I know. I'm a chill. I think I know. I may not.
I know for a fact there was we just gotta chill, man. There's a lot of extra going on in basketball, and it's not helping the kids at all, especially the young kids, your 8th, 9th, and 10th graders, who a lot of times have not played a lot of varsity minutes. Some of them have not. And then they think they're going to be the dude when they get on their varsity team. And if they're on a good team, they're not going to be the dude. They're just going to be a piece. And if they think they're getting 20 shots a game on their team, then they probably going to be transferring, to be honest with you.
Real evaluators, scouts,
who you mean,
coaches, college coaches can tell if you're good, even if you only take 10 shots.
You ain't got to take 10. Like you say, you just got to know what the hell going on.
How to play the game. And then you look at the person's physique, his size, his intangibles, then you put it all together. So that's why I say we can't really look and say, oh, the kid took 30 shots. It's kind of hard to say because you got to know.
But here's the other part. So we saying they copy it and see what works. Well, what I would ask you to do is go see those guys that you say it works with and what happened to them after their first few years of college.
You'd be out of there. But
I don't think nobody pays attention to that. I think they pay
attention
to
that first where they went
to college. Yeah. And a lot of times what gets them there, we'll overhype a kid now. We're gonna talk about media. We'll overhype a kid now.
But you know that's
we'll overhype the shit out of a kid now.
Hey, but honestly, we always say we overhyping kid, and I'm starting to look at like, ain't that what we're supposed to do to help the kid get recruited? Ain't that what AAU coaches do?
No, I don't think you're supposed to overhype. I think you're supposed to be
honest with what he is.
Honest with what he is.
No, be honest.
A little bit of hype.
I don't think I have ever seen a kid get consistent tweets that say this kid is gonna be a monster at the Division II level. He's a great kid at that level.
But you can't, right?
We'll never say that.
You can't. You can't do that, right?
Why isn't the SEC, ACC recruiting this kid? This kid is incredible.
I hate that too. I hate that
major.
That shit is whack too.
That is whack.
That's just whack, bro.
That's all I'm saying.
You can't put a cap or a limit on somebody. You don't know where they're going to end up, whether it's D2, D1, NAIA, and
then we shouldn't be putting high major tags on all these kids.
Especially should not tweet out, especially in a COVID type world that we live in. Why isn't a particular conference on a kid when they haven't even seen it? They probably haven't seen the kid in person. Does the kid even have an offer in the conference a level below?
Well, I mean, let's talk about Bryce. Let's talk about two things that just came up in the chat. Number one, Chris said it so clearly and beautifully. It's not just D2, Chris. It's JUCO, D2, and NAIA that most of these kids don't understand what it takes to be a monster going up against a 22, 23, 24-year-old dude. Because most D2s and NAIAs are taking JUCO or Division I transfers.
Yep.
Most of them. And then you get to the JUCO level, and it's a dog fight, man. It is a dog fight. Like, so we got to stop saying all these kids are Division I, high major, all this. How about just saying they're D-free kids? They can use basketball to pay for their education. Let the level determine itself as it pans out.
I'm the guy that
said we saying ninth graders are.
You got to say what?
We saying ninth graders are.
What are you talking about?
And Huff, I don't think a lot of people know how to categorize kids anyway.
They haven't seen enough, to be honest with you.
No, yeah,
I don't know anybody in particular, but you can't just watch ESPN on whatever they call it, and Sunday and Saturdays and say, "Oh, that kid should go there."
Most kids, I'm going to say this. This is on my thought process. It's not based off anybody else. Most kids that I've seen the last 3 years are not high major kids, or maybe it's the ones I've coached. There's not a lot of them. It's not like they just growing on trees.
Yes,
like it's
gotta
not
be special.
but there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of them are low major to mid major, which is really good high level basketball. So I hate when I see those tweets. Well, why isn't Ole Miss and SEC on? I can't believe it. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Well, like, the comparison game.
You damn near gotta be a pro, a NBA kid for them schools to look at you.
But it goes back to what CY said when we were in studio, and he broke it down.
Right.
If you're a low major, you're trying to get mid-major talent. If you're a mid-major, you're trying to get high-major talent. And if you're a high major, you're trying to get pros. And if you're a D2, you're trying to get Division I level talent. And not the same as low major Division I level talent.
But the thing is, they still, even though you were clarifying that and CY clarified it, they still don't know what it looks like.
Because they don't go to enough practice.
No, they don't.
We just had Kevin Easley on the show. We had Kevin Easley on the show. And how many parents, how many players, how many trainers, how many coaches, period, have been to an NAIA practice? How many have been to a D2 practice? How many have been to a practice other than Georgia Tech or Georgia? Have you been to Georgia State?
We went to Augusta last season and saw them play, and they had a 7-footer that's probably going to play in the NBA.
No, I don't know about that.
He's going to get a chance.
He'll play. He'll make money. NBA's tough.
Yeah, I would say he'll make money. I don't think he's
not going to get a G League opportunity at least.
NBA's tough, Bryce.
Okay. He's going to be a pro. I think he'll probably get at least a chance at a tryout for a league. I mean, God, my goodness.
Man. It's going to be, man, what I just saw at University of Houston and at that practice, that kid ain't going to be a pro. It's going to be hard. it's gonna be real hard for him.
I'm not saying he's gonna be in the NBA. I'm saying he'll probably get an opportunity to try out, at least get a daggone combine invite. I'm not saying that.
Yeah. He's definitely gonna get a workout. He definitely gonna get a workout.
My point is he plays Division II. Like you don't.
But he started Division
One.
That's what I'm asking. Like nobody's talking about that. Like he started Division I. He was a Division I transfer.
Hey, I got to go back to this comment that Sylvester posted because this is wild if this is really happening. Hold on. And I appreciate y'all jumping on. Like, it's a lot of comments in here. I might have to scroll. Sylvester, where you at, bro? I got to find Sylvester's comment because if this is happening, this is nuts. Are y'all telling me this shit says, Dre, be careful about those tweets. A lot of parents are out here creating fake Twitter accounts.
Whoa. That's old news.
Fake Twitter
know that?
Creating
old
fake
news.
Twitter accounts?
Yeah, come on now. And honestly, if you don't have
wow,
you should have. Like, wouldn't you rather have a fake Twitter account and tweet stuff like that from your own with your own face on it? Makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you're scared, if you see somebody in the streets, and you know they're not gonna know that you tweeted behind that account.
I didn't know parents.
I
didn't know parents was having burner accounts, dog.
I didn't know that either.
I've been knowing that for years. Hey, I know a friend that has a burner account.
Lock, what's your burner account name?
I don't need on burner, bro. I'm in the streets.
Underscore Emilio.
I don't hide anything, bro. I don't hide anything at all.
Underscore Emilio.
Hey, I know I used that this over at Houston, right? Come on. No, I used that.
And you better be careful. There's a lot of Spanish speaking in Houston, big dog.
Hey, dude. Hey, man, I'm about to start a
leave it
family out
alone. Leave it alone.
No, go there. Don't talk about that.
There's somebody from Houston now that I just met. Boy.
On the FaceTime already?
I thought we were talking about that. I thought we were supposed to talk about that.
I told him to leave it alone. He don't want to listen, man.
We're gonna talk about it. I gotta tell y'all a little bit. I ain't talked to y'all all week.
Holla at me, Lock. What's good?
Hey, I didn't go to Turkey Leg. It was too packed. But the overall trip, hey, it's Atlanta, then it's Houston. Hands down. Houston might have an edge on Atlanta. Might. Because the vibes are real.
The vibe is definitely real.
Vibes definitely real. And then they show love, man. Shout out to the coach Sampson. My other guy, man. I went to their practice. And just seeing that and talking to those guys, that's a perfect fit for Robbie, like you said, Huff, earlier in the year.
Yep.
Because, man, just to see Coach Sampson in action and how detailed he is, how he makes his guys run for, making simple mistakes or not setting correct screens, not passing them to their offense, like different things like that. He was making them run. I literally stayed in their practice for 2.5 hours. They did not take not one water break.
That's Kelvin Sampson, dog.
Hey, but I think that's important though, Locke.
That's why Robbie needed to go there.
Yeah.
How many guys do you think, Locke, that we see on a day-to-day basis that could go into a practice like that with those type of demands and thrive?
But y'all talking about just Houston. Y'all don't realize that you could go to Southern and get the same thing. You can go to Dalton State and get the same thing. You can go to Corey Ball and South Georgia State and get the same thing. Like, it ain't just the men major.
It's not a high major stuff, facts.
That's why a lot of these kids can't make it. And I hate to say it like that. That's why
it's hard.
It's when you get to college, it's a job. I'm just being honest with you. It's a job.
It's tough.
Shout out my dude, Coach Bailey, man. He might say, hey, they get 9 pair of Jordans a year.
That's it.
But see, and that's good.
Did Bryce say that's it? They get 9 pair every year, and Bryce said that's it.
Listen, that's good. That's good, Locke.
Hey, Bryce,
the problem is we got kids. That's all they care about. How much gear am I getting? What does the gym look like?
But you get that too. But you got to think too. If kids have options, they need a certain selling point.
The selling point is that they style fit me. What's my relationship with the coaching staff?
What 18-year-old gonna worry? What 17, 18-year-old is gonna be worried about?
They better start, or they're gonna be on the transfer list.
They're gonna look for a new gym. They're gonna see who wants the shoes and different, the gear and stuff like that. Kids want gear. I hate to just say it. Kids just want gear. Kids want to look good.
That would be, honestly, if it were me, I think that would be part of my determining factor too.
Is gear
part? I mean, it's small. I would consider like the kind of gear, like I would.
Yeah, I guess that's why we say that.
I'm not saying that's the end all.
Basketball don't win, don't get players, because before they were with the Russell brand, so they weren't getting no gear like that.
No, they wasn't.
Yeah, that Russell athletic shit does not fit.
Well, shouldn't it be more about than gear though? Like,
yes, I'm just saying. Look, if I gotta run across the world, I gotta work out every day at 6 a.m. Can I at least look a little bit good? Can I at least feel a little bit good about how I look? That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying it's
because it's not Jordan on there, it don't look good. It just got on there. I agree with that one now. Cost of attendance is important.
And Huff, I agree where you're coming from, but then again, you the OG, and me and Bryce like the young bucks, so we're gonna be like,
that's important to me, G.
We're gonna be like, we know the kids gonna want gear.
If I go to a school and they're wearing
New Balance,
or Under Armours, and they don't fit well on my feet, like maybe that's not a good.
There's some Nikes don't fit well on people's feet.
I understand it, but
I'm just saying, okay, maybe I need to go to Adidas. Like, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's a determining factor.
We were at Georgia Southern, we were Adidas. We got gear.
No, but just like Bryce said, if a school that's recruiting a kid and they wearing New Balance, you think that kid's gonna want to go to that school to wear New Balance?
No.
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's the end. Like, if I love the coach, I still might go. But I'm just saying, if I love the system, I still might go. But I still want to feel good and look good about myself.
I got a topic about shoes for high school whenever we get through this college conversation that I'll introduce.
What about them?
How many high school coaches understand that your guards and your bigs shouldn't necessarily be wearing the same shoe?
Well, I think that's a tough one because place the water, that's kind of hard. Yeah, it might be kind of hard to pull off. They probably do. They probably understand that, I think. I mean, I think that's pretty common sense. It's common sense, but at the same time, some coaches don't want to enforce and tell kids what shoes to wear. Some do. Some want everybody to wear the same shoes. Some don't really care.
Okay. I just want high school coaches to understand your 5'8" guard and your 6'8" wing center probably don't have the same shoe.
Yeah,
from a performance standpoint.
In theory, they probably shouldn't be wearing the same shoes. Like a big man should probably be wearing at least a 3/4 cut shoe. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, show Dr. Love statement.
Which one?
The
about a winning program. A winning program is not going to be wearing New Balance. I don't care if he's winning.
You don't know that.
He's not going to wear New Balance.
I mean, I don't know nobody
because they wear New Balance.
Oh, you a high major high school coach. You ain't getting no damn.
Hey, he got the walking shoes to me. He got the walking shoes to me. They got
you ain't wearing. Come on.
That's what I just said. I said I'm not. But I mean, some programs might like it.
What? Ain't no programs on wearing New Balance.
I mean,
I know one program in Georgia wears New Balance.
Who?
Lee County, down in South Georgia, Kirby Davis.
Why?
You know why? Because he's old. And that's my dude.
I barely like shoes, to be honest.
That's my guy. But they're the only program that I've seen that wear New Balance. And nothing wrong with the New Balance, but come on, the kids like,
hey man. New Balance is a basketball shoe.
New Balance basketball shoes?
That's what I'm saying. That's not comparing. New Balance is like y'all throwing the way off in the left field answer right there.
All right. But like I said, what kid kids do we hear say they want to play like Kawhi?
No.
Have you ever seen a Kawhi Leonard jersey? A kid wearing a Kawhi Leonard jersey. Have y'all seen it?
I actually haven't.
Exactly. Ain't nobody wearing no
only basketball shoes I'm playing in are Nikes or Adidas. I'm not even playing the Jordans, to be honest.
Watch High Major. He understands.
Exactly. You got it. Hey, guess what?
I will say I'm shocked at how all the high major kids.
All the high major high school coaches I know got Nike.
Is that? But what if your county doesn't?
Auburn is recruiting well and winning with Under Armour. I will say when I go watch Auburn, wait. Hey, look. Before we get into why that happens, I was merely stating that I have never seen that many different types of colorways and stuff of Under Armour basketball shoes.
You were talking about a whole different level.
That's all I'm saying.
Now, Locke, let me ask you.
Y'all just about to put that man business out of the street. Y'all ain't right.
I got questions.
Y'all ain't right. Y'all gonna put that man out of the street.
I ain't put nothing out there.
All the major high schools wear Nike, right?
Just about. Not all of them, but either. They're not wearing New Balance. They're wearing Under Armour, Adidas.
Okay. All right. Okay.
This is a Locke question. Locke, run down your high major. Who's high major? Locke won't give it to us. He keeps referring to it, but he ain't gonna give it to us.
I'm not taking the bait. Because what I think high major, y'all not gonna think high major.
I'm going by what I'm co-signing whatever you say, Locke. I'm standing on it. Locke said what he said, and it is what it is.
No, I'm not. I have to break down. I got the entire list, so I got to break down the list. So, because it starts from the top. Yeah, I always start with
They ask you a question in the chat lock.
Uncle Drew asking yourself
OVC.
South Cobb.
Yeah.
That's what Uncle Drew is asking. Is South Cobb high major? Sylvester says no.
OVC.
And South Cobb like on that bubble, like you said, OVC that mid plus, like
play hard as hell, gonna outrun you. OVC conference.
I'm trying to think what system, what program. I would say Middle Tennessee.
I like that.
Like that was they on the bubble.
Yeah,
but they ain't got there yet.
They look good. They look real good too. Got some good players.
Got players. They just on the bubble.
He said, "Answer the question."
It's Pebblebrook High Major.
Oh, that boy head. Who high major?
It's Pebblebrook High Major.
Grayson.
Oh, yeah, like
come on,
they got to
ask the criteria question.
Here's the criteria. You have to have a championship. You have to have a state championship to be a high major.
No, you don't have a state championship. No, you got to have more than one gym.
So it's based off the facility. Well, what is it based off of?
Wow, Locke.
Oh man.
No, but I ain't gonna say that. You gotta.
I don't think we should be able to classify schools as high major if they're new and they've had.
They say you tiptoeing around the question, Locke.
Hey, Uncle Drew said one gym is D3.
Wow.
No, that's definitely not it because I wouldn't even say one gym. I put it like this: if you don't have a facility somewhere your players can get extra shots in, I just feel like there's not a
program. This is a good question. Do you have to be a state champion to be high major?
No.
Okay. We're saying no.
I would think you have to at least get 20 wins a season, though.
But, man, y'all.
Come on with it, Locke. Come on with it, Locke.
I'm not gonna do this with y'all.
Hey, man, the people want to know. The inbox is going crazy.
But this is my criteria. Like I say, I'm just giving. I feel like you should. If you don't have, okay, you can have one gym, but you got to have somewhere your players able to get shots up. If your player said, Huff,
Huff don't count.
I'm just using him as an example. Hey, coach, I want to get some shots up today. If he called him and coach said, man, I don't know, I can't get you in the gym. I can't get you. That's not a high major program because how is he getting his player better and his players trying to get better?
I might disagree with that because it could depend on the time the player wants to get in.
No. I'm not even saying the time. I'm just saying in general.
Oh, okay.
If he say like on a Saturday, Friday, or he had a tough game Friday, coach, I need to get in the gym Saturday morning. We got a game Saturday night. I know we got our pregame stuff that we're gonna do, but I want to get some shots up. And your excuse, man, they don't turn on the lights till 12. Oh, I ain't got the keys.
They don't turn on the lights till 12. What?
Dude, that's that South Georgia, Middle Georgia stuff that y'all don't know about.
Hey, it's some schools in Cobb that do that, Lot. Yeah. It's some schools in Cobb. I've been.
So hold on. So if the at a Friday night game and he decide he want to sleep in a little bit and get to the gym at 12 versus in the morning, that make him a lower major?
Hey, Lot, do you agree with this list right here? Are all these schools high major?
Yes.
Wheeler, Norcross, Westlake, Pace, Shiloh, Pebblebrook.
Yes. Shiloh, okay.
Right now, you know what?
Oh, wow.
They close.
Wow. Hey, hold on. Hello? Coach Rivers. What's going on, my man? Hey, yeah, Bryce just shitted on you, dog.
I ain't shitting on
line one.
I mean, nah, he might be high major. If he gets 20 wins a year, he high major in my book.
Rivers, Bryce said you ain't high major. How you feel about it?
Coach Rivers, did you coach Josh Okogie? Yes, sir. I did. All right. Did Nate Mason
I don't know what the coach of Shiloh looks like, so y'all tripping. I don't go on that side of town. I don't know. I don't know what. I've never been to a Shiloh game, so I can't speak on that.
Wow.
Sylvester, wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like they good, but I'm just saying, like, y'all, why are we giving them high major? All the schools he put up on that list have, well, maybe not.
Buford high major.
Westlake has championships. Norcross has championships. Who else on that list? Wheeler has rings.
Pace
has rings. And who else was the fit?
Ooh, I knew somebody was gonna put Meadow Creek.
Meadow Creek got a championship, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Are you consistent though?
They got more than Shiloh, don't they?
No. They got a new coach this year.
But here's my point about that. They can have more champions. The Florida Marlins or Miami Marlins have more championships than the Braves. But if you talk about consistency of being a high major league baseball team, are you taking the Braves or the Marlins?
I'm not taking Meadow Creek over that Shiloh program.
Thank you.
I'm not taking Meadow Creek over Shiloh. I'm not taking Meadow Creek over Shiloh.
That's fair enough. I'll go with that. So Shiloh high major. That's cool.
But
I'm just saying I'm not taking Meadow Creek over Shiloh. We can argue about whether or not they're high major.
No, I think consistency counts for a lot. So
they're always good.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Hey, my thing is
no, you're not gonna go this. Is Dutchtown high major lot?
Oh no, you know Dutchtown is Villanova, man. You gotta stay. Come on. Dutchtown is Villanova.
Whoa. Villanova?
Boy.
Villanova?
Hey. Is Shiloh Gonzaga? This is a good comment. No. Is Dutchtown Villanova and Shiloh is Gonzaga?
Oh man, y'all wild.
Hey, we talking about.
Hey, this got
new and mid major.
Hey, this is great. This is great conversation, bro. This is great. Newton County lot.
He said Wheeler got to be Kentucky then.
I think Newton's high major. They've been consistent. They've been consistent.
They've been good for a long time.
Final four, they've been consistent for years.
That's true.
They've been high majors outside of Atlanta. That's a good one from Torrey.
Newton's outside of Atlanta.
Willard might be Kentucky. Norcross.
Let me tell you. All right, I got one program. I think Woodville Tompkins.
Oh, I
High
got
major?
Not high major.
I'm asking.
He's not.
St. Francis, it should be high major.
Hey, I got something to say about this.
No. St. Francis is like Gonzaga, if anything.
Gonzaga ain't won a championship. St. Francis won a championship.
No, Norcross is actually Kentucky.
Norcross over Wheeler? Over Wheeler?
I don't know why he's saying that. You better listen. He's right trying to be slick.
Hey, y'all wild.
Y'all not reading the shade, dog.
He's trying to be slick, man.
A whole bunch of Grant Hills over there, huh?
Norcross is actually Kentucky.
Tipp County is definitely a high major program.
Tipp County is definitely a high major program.
Still?
Andy, you want to take that's why you don't understand.
Hey, rest in peace to Lee Hill. And I know they had one in a minute, but Statesboro is a high major program.
Rest in peace.
I agree with that.
Rest in peace. What about Upson Lee?
I think that's a window, dog. That's only a window.
That was it. The coach gone. The coach is at Valdosta.
Like we have to be real particular. Like you can say, like, I'm gonna just use Georgia.
I was more like everybody brag on their facility, on their gym, on their facility.
Hold on. I'm just using Georgia as an example. People can say, well, George doesn't have a ring at Pebblebrook, right? But look at the level of consistency that they've had year after year.
20 plus wins every year.
The consistency has to matter, in my opinion.
This is a good one, Morgan County.
I don't know.
Either mid-major plus, because I don't know. They're high major. No. Outside of the Atlanta area, that's a high major program.
I'll take that lot. He said, y'all gotta remember they're bad high majors too. Wow.
Yeah. Hey, I don't even want to start calling out
bad high major in college basketball.
Somebody gonna be on my head, and I don't mean nothing personal by it.
Well, y'all know people recording this podcast tonight, boy.
Video's going wild.
Hey, where's Albany, Westover?
I think back in the day, they would have been.
No, and what Dave says is absolutely correct. The program is not the same, but they always have talent. Like even you see on Kyle Sandy's list on 4A, it's a kid on each list that's from Westover. You got Isaac Abide, who made team 1. Morris Ellis made team 2. Shamir Wingfield made team 3. So they, like he said, the players always been at Westover, but the program's not how it used to be. It's not as bad, but it's not at that level with Coach Boston was there.
North and West and East Georgia.
West is like, what's West? Is that
like Carrollton?
Like
Carrollton and North would be like.
What's East Georgia? I never even heard of that.
East Georgia's Augusta, to be honest with you.
Would that be Laney?
Hey, I was like Laney. I think Laney out of Augusta.
What about Baldwin?
Baldwin is a great program.
See, I wasn't gonna say this, but since you posted it, then I'll post it.
Nah, I asked. I didn't know. Miami's a bad high.
Wow.
Miami's not bad.
Mandela, man, you killing these dudes, man.
Oh man,
these words did not come out of my mouth
or mine.
See the shows.
See the show. Hey, shout out to my dude Jeff, man.
Vanderbilt.
Would you put them as a mid-major?
Wow.
Oh,
see the shows.
Did y'all see that comment?
I will. Hey,
Sylvester, no, like Dr. Love. Y'all didn't see that one.
Put it on.
No, not that one. Look at the one of Dr. Love.
All the boarding.
Blue Bloods.
Who that?
Yeah, Green Forest.
St. Francis, Green Forest, Wheeler, Norcross, Pace, Tiff, West.
Hey, I think St. Pius is like I think St. Pius is a high major.
Yeah.
So who did you say was Villanova?
I think St. Pius should be Villanova.
I said Dutchtown, but you might can go
Why is St. Pius Villanova?
That's why I just wanted to say that's a better fit. I just said Dutchtown Villanova because we got that state championship.
Dutchtown like he like Georgetown, like John Thompson or something like that.
How was like hold on, no disrespect. I just talked to Jordan yesterday, but like Dutchtown, they won one, bro. Like, where's the consistency now to tell them they Georgetown, they Villanova?
That's true. I don't know nothing about Dutch. I don't even know what Dutchtown is. So I can't speak on that, to be honest.
All right. So what y'all think Sandy Creek is?
So
now, no. Here's the question: Is Miller Grove still a high major?
Hey, is Miller Grove UCLA?
Oh, good job.
That's tough. I hate to do that, but I mean it's kind of true.
UCLA?
Yeah, I
most dominant program ever, and then you lose the well. I mean,
I'm gonna take that in my notes. I'm gonna go Google some UCLA stuff.
Wooden.
UCLA made a comeback after Wooden under Ben Howland.
They might be back. Yeah, Howland, and they might be back with the Cincinnati dude, maybe.
Man.
Whoa!
Hey, wow. I gotta go get my charge. I'll be right back. That
Oh man! Wow! Oh, that is your question to ask. That is your question.
Hey, here's all I will say. There are a lot of teams that have AAU connections that don't win championships.
I'm telling you, but
sheesh, Skip, you hell, bro.
Dang. Hey. Dang.
Yeah, that was a long time ago though.
Hey, y'all on wild today, man.
What y'all think about Warner Robins? Warner Robins is a high major program outside of
the state, outside of Atlanta. Yeah, they won the title.
They beat Miller Grove.
What is Eagles Landing Christian?
I don't think they've had enough success long term.
Facts.
They went to the championship game like 1 year, right?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
I feel like they're always solid.
No. If you're talking about long term, no, they haven't been.
Okay.
Like, think about it like this. If we were talking 10 years ago, Whitfield Academy would be a high major. When Tyrone Johnson was there, they win the state championship in the Final Fours all the time, and they were winning too.
Hey, Sylvester, you got to throw out some schools. If we being too nice, throw out some schools. I mean, I don't know if you want me to talk about, like, we only talking about schools that could be considered high major. We ain't talking about the rest of the bunch.
What's up? What's Corey Black? What's Pacelli?
He got it out the mud, I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's too new. I mean, he's in what, year 3?
Yeah, he's year 4 now.
Year 4?
Year 4. I've been trying to see what it's hard, but I think Pacelli.
That's like VCU.
I think Pacelli is going to be a high major program because what Corey Black's the development he does, those guys in the gym 6 a.m., 5 a.m. every morning.
Yeah.
So
Mandela.
I can answer this
question. I got that question. I Pebblebrook has the best.
Pebblebrook feeder program is.
Oh, y'all missed
it. Y'all not looking at the last part. He said the kids that leave after the freshman and summer.
Oh, I missed that part.
They said, who is the best feeder high school? And that answer is Hillgrove.
Oh,
without a doubt. Hillgrove feeds.
Oh my God. Y'all better get to these other comments. Y'all are tripping. I'm turning my screen off.
So you're telling me
D1s have left Hillgrove and went to other places?
So you telling me Hillgrove said you get a player, you get this player, you get them
wide open. They got, hey, bro, and not just you talking about D1s flying out the door at Hillgrove. It's like a feeding frenzy over there.
Damn,
I feel like coaches go to their games.
Hey, you know what? Though? Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something real quick about Hillgrove.
You are on one, John.
Some of these kids need to go to Hillgrove and play.
True facts and play.
Why everybody is down on Hillgrove about this and that. Some of y'all kids need to take the opportunity to go there and play. Where y'all following everybody else around everywhere else and don't get no clock. I'm just saying.
True, because I hate it, and you know it's funny because I know Huff probably done it. I seen Washington do it. I seen my guy Pierce at Grayson do it. You know, when certain kids are at these top level high school programs, and instead of transfer, you know, they want to stick it out. But like you say, why not just go to Hillgrove? Because sometimes it's so much talent where you're not even a bad player, but it's just so much talent.
Bro. And understand that you need to and the importance of playing time and development and understanding X's and O's and understanding how to how to play. Yeah, we're gonna catch it. Yeah.
I would say the same thing about a school like Sprayberry. Go play. If you're not playing,
nah, bro. Sprayberry Hillgrove, ain't it? No, never mind.
Same thing.
Nah, there's not though, Dre, because Hillgrove is a new school. It's got new facilities, new weight room, new gym. It's a little different for me in that sense.
Facilities are a little different. Facilities are nicer at Hillgrove. Academically, it's still strong at Sprayberry, though.
Yeah. Academically at Hillgrove is still on point too.
For sure.
What does David disagree with for one reason about what?
This is a good question. Where is Columbia?
I don't know much
I'm
about.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't watched Columbia since with RG Norwood left or Chance Moore left. I haven't sat there and watched them since then. And it was like 3 or 4 years ago. But in all be all, there are a lot of great programs in the state. A ton of them.
A lot of great programs.
And like I say, but the difference I see in a lot of programs, and some of them is the facility. And not saying that the gym is nice, but it plays a big role when you can let your kid get in the gym.
Yeah, that's a huge role. And having the keys to the gym and being able to get shots up.
And the keys in the gym where you hear stories about how Colin and Jared would shoot 1 o'clock in the morning. You heard stories about that. They're putting up shots after the game, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. A lot of programs are not doing that. I'm gonna say they're not doing. They're not capable.
Hey, I'm not gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest though, Lot. If you're a teacher and you're there all day, and then you're coaching games and you're monitoring JV in 9th grade all day, sometimes.
But guess what? That's why you. But that's why you need. That's why you believe. Have trust in your kids. Give them kids.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna say this though, man. At the end of the day, here's what I don't like. It's competition. If we will tell a kid that, hey, you work on your own, you got to put in the extra time outside of practice. You have to do this, and the third, because the kids that you're competing against are doing that. Then I would say the same thing to coaches. Hey, you're competing against these guys. I know that you have a family. I know that you want to go home and see your kids. I understand that you're married. You have to handle that relationship. And to be the best you have to handle that relationship. But your competition is finding a way. That's the one thing I see in all of these programs that we call in high major programs, especially the blue blood high major programs. They find a way to get their players work. They find a way to make sure they work. I mean, we had Coach Durden from the Buford girls team on the Minority Coaches Association conference call on Saturday. He talking about all of June, Monday through Friday, every morning. They going at it from 7 to 9 at they break.
6:30 a.m. 6:30.
Hey, 6:30 a.m. So, like, he's finding a way to make sure, and it's pure. He's not wasting time in June putting in sets. He talking about all offensive skill development.
That's what I would do too.
He's talking about from his 5th grade all the way up that he's making sure people work. Like, you running a hell of a program, and so that's what you up against. When you talk about you want to be considered and making sure guys is working.
Oh man, I'm already
as we close this segment off, I want to give the disclaimer: all comments attributed to the love of the game.
Hey man, we just keep him in the book, Huff. It's like
I'm just playing. I'm just messing around.
Yeah, hey, I don't, we ain't trying to rub no feathers, but we are very opinionated.
Fam, I don't know if y'all hear my dog.
Bryce ain't on no coaching staff no more. He's very opinionated.
I ain't really even say anything today.
I'm messing with you, Bryce.
But I mean, I am though. You're right. Nah, you're right.
Big Dave getting on you about that Hillgrove comment.
Sure, Big Dave. He might take us on the Hillgrove. He better watch. I'm just saying. Hey, it's opportunity.
Gotta take opportunity.
You need to be on that platform.
It's opportunity to play. Like,
I'm gonna give you a prime example. Guess who's at Grayson? Now he's killing at Parkview.
Jackson Edwards.
Jason Edwards.
My bad.
Jason Edwards at Grayson. His brother played for Grayson. And he left there, went to Parkview, and look at him now. Grabbed a small guard, left a powerhouse program, went to another good program, and just accelerated.
You got to get on
about development, man. Got to go where you can be developed. That's the only thing I'll say.
Got to get on the floor.
I mean, for me,
sometimes you can get on the floor and you cannot be good, and they playing you.
That's true, but hopefully you're still learning something along the way. While
there's my point, Bryce. Maybe you go somewhere, and maybe you don't play as many minutes as you would someplace else, but you're getting developed. So when the time comes, you can really excel. Not just, I'm getting minutes as a freshman. Shoot, you get minutes, but you ain't even excelling.
But and you know what's funny though? With the freshman stuff, I tell freshmen now, I'm like, look, all right, you getting minutes on varsity, but are you being a spot up shooter when you're really a point guard? So go get these freshmen and JV minutes and run the point guard. So when you get that sophomore year, you already know the system. You ain't just running to the corner to shoot threes.
Man, the problem is most people don't want their kids playing JV in 9th grade.
Can we be honest and say that a lot of times kids play varsity too early and they end up getting passed by the kids that play JV and develop?
It happens a lot, bro.
It happens a lot. Hey, Will Richards.
What's the other kid that went to Westlake? That went to Rice. He played JV until he was an 11th grader.
Quincy.
Yeah, Quincy Oliveri, right?
Yeah, he very well could have played varsity in 10th grade. I remember watching him in tryouts. Like, damn, Quincy is he hooping, and he still plays.
It goes back to what I said. We gotta stop comparing. Like, we gotta stop comparing. Well, this kid got this offer. Well, maybe that coaching staff likes a different type of player. Maybe they don't need your position. Like, it really irks me when you start looking at different positions and you tell me about a kid who got an offer and he's a 6'7" forward and you're a 6'2" guard. Come on, man. Like,
I'm gonna throw something out random real quick before we go to this next question. I just saw a tweet about Chance Thacker, and that's a kid that I haven't seen in a little bit, but every time I see him, he is killing. Remember him for freshman U-Lock?
Yeah, he's been playing well for the last few years.
Every time I see that kid, he is killing, dog. But I don't get a chance to see him very often. It's normally like at a camp. I never see him like during school season.
Because you don't get him go to his games.
You'll see him this year if you come to Holy Innocents. He plays in our region.
Who are the top developers as far as coaches in the high school?
Top developers as far as coaches in a high school game in Georgia. It's a good question.
Y'all finna get in trouble, bro.
I don't think so. I mean, come on, man. Can anybody argue that George does as good as anybody with guards in Georgia?
Top 5 for sure. If you're a good guard, I mean a really good guard, Pebble really is one of the schools you look at. Even if you don't go there, you got to consider them in consideration.
For sure. You're putting Huff out here. Yes, obviously. Few NBA players can vouch for that.
It ain't got to do with the NBA players.
And I think Huff.
Thanks.
I think Huff, you done a good job with Garrison, because I never seen Garrison as a point guard, but now I ain't sold.
I got another year to sell you.
Yeah. I'm not sold, but I seen the transition.
Get that motherfucker out in space, dog.
Do you, Huff? Do you ever discuss with him about the release of his shot, or you let that go?
So that's always been
I mean, because he makes it. I'm not saying he doesn't make it. He makes it.
That's my issue. I think if I got him as a 9th grader, I would have changed it, because now I got more time and he can get more repetition and get more confidence of making a shot with a change in form during the game. But getting him as an 11th grader, that made it a little tougher because he was making it. So what we tried to work on was just repetition. Quicker release, taking better shot selection. That can increase the percentage when you do that kind of stuff.
Fair enough. That's always
but we did break it down, Bryce. We broke it down to the rawest elements. Like, we did form shooting a lot. And Coach Mays did a lot of that, to be honest with you.
To me, that's always a huge thing. Like, this kid is too old. Do I change his shot, knowing that it's not necessarily the right? You know what I'm saying? He could adjust it a little bit or whatever, change it. Or when he makes it, do I let him leave it?
I think if he makes it, unless it's just he brings it from his doggone knees and he's never gonna get it off. But if he makes it and he's an older kid, I think you got to go with repetition. But if we need to change the form, then you better be ready to spend the time in the gym to really work with him on that shot. Because there are going to be days where it's not going to be good, and he's going to lose confidence in game situations working on that. And he's not going to be making them.
Hey,
and if that happens, that could kill everything you're trying to do, especially if he's an older kid.
Yeah.
Hey, Uncle Drew said some real stuff. There's a difference between development and coaching, because I say this all the time, and I told Mark Eltwoods cannot coach. He can play development, but he can't coach.
Dang, I wish we would have recorded Mark's speech yesterday before the camp. That was a legendary.
What Mark was saying?
Ooh, you had to be there for that one.
Did he say the 2K line?
I don't know, but Mark said it was a lot of a lot of motherfuckers in the gym today, and y'all need us basically.
But what Mark keeping it a.
I'm not saying it was nothing. It was just
just straightforward.
Yeah. These are people that you need to be associated with, myself included.
Almost different. But it's a lot of coaches who really can't player development because they never had they really didn't have to.
Yeah.
People ask me all the time, like, well, why don't you train more and stuff like that? Like, I just don't have a passion for it that much. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not my thing. Like, I probably could do it, but I don't like to do it that much. Like, I can teach anybody how to shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not.
But then it becomes a pressure on you, because soon as we label kids with their trainer.
Well, now we do, because the trainer talks so much.
True. But then if the kid is not performing well, the first thing we do is blame the trainer
or the coach.
And we say, well, what this trainer been doing? Because prime example, we got on Ashton Hagens but he's not able to make shots. And Rob Allen got a lot of flack for that. A lot. And so I always felt like, well, I'm pretty sure Rob is putting shots up with him. Now, it's not technically on the video when Grassroots was out. Grassroots was hot, and he was at Newton every morning. But I'm pretty sure they was putting up a lot of jump shots. Now, because Ashley wasn't making them.
Sometimes it's mental with shooters. Yeah, it's not a thing.
You can't blame it on Rob. Rob was not actually playing the game. And I think we need to stop doing that where if a kid not playing well or whatever, first thing we do, we point at the trainer.
Yeah, but then the trainer will point at the coach and say the coach is not putting the kid in the right position. So it go both ways. If we're going to stop blaming the trainer got to stop blaming other people too.
Well,
most definitely.
My thing with Ashton was not, I never had an issue necessarily with Ashton's game. It was where he chose to go to school. I knew it was going to be a struggle. Like, it's a different thing to try to go there and play, man. It's a different thing to try to go to Kentucky and play. I think Ashton has
to shoot the ball later on, though.
Yeah. But I think his success comes earlier. And I'm not saying it was a bad decision. I think he did good. But I think the success comes earlier when you're not playing in that fishbowl that is UK. Like, the expectations is nuts. It's like trying to go play on the Lakers when LeBron is there, or trying to go play in New York.
You think if he would have went to a school like Ole Miss, he would be in the position to be in the draft first round?
I think if he would have, I don't know if it changed his draft stock. I'm only gonna say because I think we saw Ashton be Ashton.
Yeah.
The longer he went, I think if he went to UGA, they were building a team around him. I think he gets to be Ashton sooner. I think the success comes sooner. I think he had a good college career.
I mean, I just think Kentucky automatically, because of who they are, put you already in the conversation even before you even step on the floor.
Fishbowl.
Oh, yeah. I mean, definitely.
Fishbowl. Yep.
Hey, show Jeffrey question. That's a great question about Jeffrey. The second one, yeah.
How good is middle school and basketball?
Middle school basketball is very good here.
Yeah, and now it's some shitty leagues. I don't see.
I mean, for the most part, overall, like you talking about the CCJDC, and that's a league right there, boy.
But in certain areas, middle schools are so limited where I see middle school games, they only play 12 games. Like, how are you really getting better playing maybe 8 to 12 games? Most of them might just be blowouts.
The coach
different things like that.
The middle schools I seen was playing damn near 30 games. They was playing 20, 25
games. Here. That's
some schools that don't. They play their 10, 12 games and they done.
That Gwinnett League GBL is from what I've seen. Those GBL games are pretty good too.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's here in the metro. When you go outside, this 285.
True.
They're playing 10 to 12 games, and see that's the way they play in middle school, it translates to high school ball. Now it becomes bad basketball in high school because they're doing the same thing that they did in middle school. And a lot of times I put it's on the coaches because a lot of times the coaches just don't know. Well, you haven't seen this. If that's the only level of basketball that you've seen, that's what you're gonna know. That's what you're gonna teach because you haven't seen basketball outside of that area. So what you're gonna think. If the high school team that you're sending your kids to are pressing the entire game, what you're going to do in middle school? You're going to press the entire game because that's what you see in high school.
Really need more AAU coaches coaching in them feeder programs, bro. Good AAU coaches.
So you think like 17 AAU coaches are going to go coach middle school?
I mean,
because I'm not.
I was about to say Bryce is not going back to coaching kids.
But CCJBC may be the best.
CCJBC is going to be one of the best leagues, middle school leagues probably in the country. Like,
but you know what makes CCJBC dope? There's no limitations on how many games. Because when I was coaching with McKeecher at CCJBC, if any team wanted to play us, we set it up. We didn't have to ask nobody. You have to tell anybody. Y'all want to play? We get a gym. Let's play. But in other leagues, in other counties, you're not allowed to do that. You got to stick to playing your regular middle school schedule, which is only 8 to 12 games. And it's like, okay.
Watch, I would love to see that. I would love to see like the top 8 teams from the GBL and the top 8 teams in CCJBC play each other in an all-out event. That would be great to see.
They can't do that. The GBL doesn't allow them to do that, from what I heard.
That would be great. It's always somebody in control that be bullshitting, but that would be great. I love to see that.
Because 2 years ago, I was going to do a freshman U tournament with all the top 9th grade high school teams in the area. A lot from DeKalb County. I was going to bring the top teams from South Georgia, some top teams from Middle Georgia, but they're not allowed to play.
You couldn't do it 8th grade?
Some of the 8th graders couldn't come up.
That would be great. I think that's a great idea, Lot.
But I say there's so many limitations on what some of these schools can do.
If you KBC, you make it to the Final Four or whatever, you get to play in the Civic Center. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more like
it's dope.
It's a bigger thing.
There's some legends that came through that CCJBC.
Tons of them.
Hey, Bryce, do you want to cover what you saw at camp? Huff gave us a readout. Do you want to talk about players or anybody you seen at camp?
I mean, I mentioned a few. I was really intrigued by this kid at Buford High School. I had never seen him before. What's this kid's name? His name is Jalen Taylor. He like 6'5", 6'6". I guess he had played with well, I'm not gonna say the name of the AAU team because it's not mine. But yeah, he's pretty good. Shoots the ball pretty well. Long. I saw him go up and block somebody's shot with both hands off the glass. That was very impressive. I thought David Giddens was solid. I thought he was solid. I think he could be one of those kids that goes and plays unsigned, and he continues to work on his game from now until then, and he could steal something. He could get something done. Kai Simmons was solid. There's a kid from Fayette County High School, Cardell Bailey, 6'4", 6'5", long kid. He was solid. I also liked Brayden Sparks. I think he does not get he doesn't get a lot of attention for whatever reason, but I think he might be really good. He can shoot the ball really well. He's a nice frame, strong kid, high IQ. I think he's gonna be solid at McEachern. And then there was another kid who actually we played him in the summertime. I had seen him. He played with Q6. His name is John Lattimore. And he's tough. He was giving us work this summer, so I had kind of already seen him before. Those are just some like I said. I tweet on. I try to find the kids that that don't get too many tweets like that. So that's what I was kind of doing. Of course, you had your Zaccos, you had your Robert. What's his last name? Coward. You had him. I
heard Rideout looked pretty good.
Rideout didn't miss many shots. Just to be honest.
Look at him, man.
Rideout didn't miss many shots.
That's a kid I want to make it. That I want to see make it. I'm glad he's
he's gonna make it because he's already got Division I offer, so he's gonna make it. He's gonna be straight. Yeah. Marietta has one. Is he a Georgia man up kid? Is he a Georgia man up kid?
We're in the running.
Oh, he's a game elite. Oh, you're in the running. Okay,
we're in the running.
Look kid.
Nelson. Hello.
He's played with us a couple times. We're in the running.
Hello. Yeah. Yep. He's a good one. Marietta got a good one. Ryan Jones. Forgot where he goes to school. Really good though. That was my list. Jens Ruckert, of course, I'm gonna put him on the list. That's my list though. But But it was, I mean, honestly though, it was so many kids. They were good. Like I could have done a list of 20. You know what I mean? Like I just
You just pick the ones you remember.
I was writing down kids' numbers based off, like I said, the ones that like won the 1-on-1 competition, the ones that weren't missing many shots, and so on and so forth. That's kind of how I went. And then I looked to say, like, okay, like Tyrese Elliott, I think that's his name. Like, we already know who he is. Everybody knows who he is. So I wasn't going to post a tweet on him. Like, he's good. He won the 1-on-1. He got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was no reason for me to do that. So those are the ones I saw, and those are the ones I thought were pretty good.
Ryan Jones is the next Giddens record. Is Giddens record over again? Is that true?
I think Ryan Jones is more of like a point guard. I don't think he's not as athletic as Giddens. He's solid. I mean, yeah, he can jump though. Like that's the thing. Everybody was dunking, so like everybody dunks. You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
Athleticism.
It's like not like how it used to be when like a couple kids could dunk. Like everybody dunks, even the little short kids dunk. So right out, it was even. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was. So that was my list.
I'm happy for
that's really not my job. You know what I'm saying? I kind of got out of my lane a little bit. That's not really my lane. I just filled in for Locke since Locke was in Houston. So I was like, let me go ahead and drop a little list since Locke ain't here. But now the Locke back, I'm gonna go back to my, my lane. Kai Simmons won the dunk contest. 6'8". You can't with him. Like he's long. He's long. He's unselfish. He defends. He finishes in the low post. I don't know what level he is. I'm not gonna say what level he is.
How do you do defensively?
He does for me. I would take him any day of the week. And if I had him from March until July,
that's what's up.
So because there's a few things that, like any other kid, there's always a few things that somebody has to work on. But again, you're looking at a dude he legit 6'8".
That's another kid I'm pulling for, Bryce. Seriously.
And he don't complain. He don't have no issues. He plays hard, and he just want to play.
If he's gonna play, he's gonna be. I mean, unless he gets picked up, that's somebody y'all can have in April, right?
Yeah.
I hope he stays with y'all. I really do.
I mean, for me, I think he's the kid that can go like to a low major Division I school right now. Now, let's say come April, he turns the corner and he does like some he's just grinding, like nonstop grinding. He makes a few improvements. He could have one of those summers, like because he's just that big. Like he's long. He rebounds really well. Can put the ball on the floor too. He can dribble the ball. Good decision maker. So I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that I missed. That noticed at least. Yeah. Sammy Moss was good. He's good. He's athletic. He is what he appears to be. He is what he is. That's Taylor's cousin. He plays hard. He plays above the rim. He competes. Fundamentally sound. He's what he is. Like what his offers say he is. That's what he is. I like Tyrese Elliott. He's very physical. Trying to think if there's anybody that was like it was just so many. Kyle Jones was solid in spurts. He had some really good flashes.
I like the Hughes now, right?
Hey, Julius Lyman is another kid, another one that could go unsigned and have and somebody could get a good dude, a good high motor, physical player. It's a lot, man. It was a lot. Like
Bryce, you went off camps that you worked. That's what the list you.
I'm just going off
of
from this weekend, from Saturday, from yesterday.
And I got a couple of kids that I did well. I got probably more than a couple, but if you haven't been in to see Travis Harper at Bocelli, then something's wrong.
Deuce.
But
who you brought us last year? We started with Deuce last year, didn't we?
Yeah. But if you just going to see Deuce, then there's an issue because there's another kid, Keyshawn Llewellyn, that's down there who keep sleeping on him. The improvement, and I'm not saying this because I coached him as a ninth grader, but the improvement that I've seen in Jamel
Rideout looks good, man.
Was huge.
Yeah.
The way he is deciphering ball screens and knowing when to get to the paint, when to pull up for three, when to make the pass, how to make it
good, bro.
And his athleticism has improved. His shot has improved. Like
his footwork is getting him. I even told his dad yesterday. I'm like, he looking good, man.
Yeah. So that's another one. I know Mondre gonna agree with this one, but Christian Ford from East Paulding, like another one. I'm gonna just say keep sleeping on.
That's light skin kid. That's light skin kid.
Light skin kid. Yep.
Big body.
You didn't like him, Bryce?
Nah, he's solid, but he is what they tweeted that he is.
Which is
that's saying a lot, though.
I think
he is what they tweet that he is. A lot of people think what they get tweeted that they are.
Like for instance, like if I look at him and then I look at a kid like Bam, like Shamir Wingfield, I'm gonna go with a kid that I'm not saying he's not a dog. I just don't know.
But I think you're talking about two different players, though. Like how big is
combo guards? They both combo guards, right?
Yeah, but how big is Shamir? Like I think you're talking about two different dudes. That's different. Christian Ford is 6'4". Like he could get away with playing a 3 at some places.
Yeah, I was watching him yesterday. But for me, one thing, like I said, he's good. He's what they say he is. But for me, in order to pass the eye test, for me, you have to do something like, especially if you're 6'4". I didn't even realize he was that tall. Like you gotta try to dunk on somebody or something.
But why can't he just be an elite shooter? You gotta be elite at something.
I mean, he was getting to the basket. I'm just saying, like for me, like
and getting to the basket is not what he's elite at. To be honest with you.
I just saw him driving a lot. So I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying like you can be 6'4".
I don't know where he belongs. Let me change it. I don't know where he belongs. Like I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't know.
And then my last two people. I don't mean to cut you off, Bryce.
No,
my last two people, DeAndre Smart.
Where you go?
New Hampstead. Like when I see him and I try to make realistic comparisons, and hopefully he can be this good. And here you go, Mondre. People don't usually say this. If he can beat Cole Roberts, who went to Georgia College and State, then you got a hell of a player.
Did you get a chance to see? I don't know if you were working that week. Was Chase there when you were working? I don't think so.
And then my other big is Evan Howell from Brookwood. Like, if there's a D2, maybe even a JUCO, a NAIA that can get a kid academically, especially and how good academically he is, and work with him, man, kid can pan out for you.
Let me say this, Dre, and Huff, everybody. Basketball for 2021 and 2022 is in good shape. Like,
yes.
I was like, whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm gonna go even past that though, Bryce. I think when I look at the 2022 and 2023 classes, I feel like basketball is going to be in really good shape.
Yeah. And I didn't even want to say 23. I already know, but it's just like, whoa.
It's a lot of good basketball players.
It's a lot of kids. I was like, the 10 I chose, I could have added 10 more. Just like under, like nobody knew, no tweets. It was more. it was just like, whoa. Even the smaller guards, like there was a ton of smaller guards I wanted to put in there. They're just like it's a lot of talent. A lot of talent.
Now we gotta get to that last thing, Dre, before we get out of here now.
Huff you got a speech to make?
No. We talking about that rule that came out. These parents better understand what's gonna go down now.
I forgot about that. Huff, go ahead.
If you have not heard, parents, players, especially 2020 class, it has now went through that college seniors, winter athletes, which means college basketball, are going to get another senior season. They can play this year, and they could possibly be playing again next year. Understand how that impacts you.
Yeah, they got transfer, right? They got transfer, right?
No, they do not have to transfer.
Oh, okay.
If they transfer, it could actually hurt them. And now it's still up to the school to determine if they're gonna let them have the money or whatever. But
let me go ahead and set up my post grad real quick. I'm gonna charge $15,000.
Here's the thing: next year they're gonna allow them to have more than 13 people on scholarship.
They are or aren't?
They are, because they're giving the seniors an extra year.
Okay.
But that impacts seniors so bad. Like,
hey man, if you are a 2021 right now and you have an offer, boy, you better hurry up and take that shit.
But it impacts the next year too. Like, some people think, well, let me change it. Let me reclassify to 2022. It's not going like it's a 2-year. This thing gives a 2-year
window. It might make it worse.
Good.
It might make it worse.
Harold Fletcher's right. The JUCO is about to do the same thing. This 2-year window is.
So
I'm telling you, man.
What's the justification for giving them an extra year when they already got an extra year? You did a grad transfer year.
The grad transfer, it ain't gonna really end. Most of those guys gonna say, "I'm done, man. I done got my master's. What am I doing?"
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like, they already had the option of doing a grad transfer year. Why are we giving them an extra year?
No, like, for instance, like that regular senior, even that grad transfer senior, they get another year of eligibility to play basketball, regardless of how many games they play this year.
Okay, yeah, but why? Like, they're playing
because NCAA is saying they don't know what the effects of COVID may be. Like, right now, they're talking about the Ivy League schools may not play basketball this year.
Okay, well, they don't play basketball at all. I can understand that.
But then there's some schools that are only playing a certain amount of games.
And I don't think anybody understands the impact of what the current surge that we're in is going to be. Because when you see countries like France and over in Europe, Italy, guys are going back on lockdowns right now in other countries that were ahead of us. And I almost hate to say this because nobody's on the same page when it comes to that. Our infection rates are higher than theirs. So what happens,
that's true.
I think it's the unknown.
Yeah, I get it.
Like, for instance,
will a lot of schools just use red shirts, or what would they do?
I mean, we don't. That's the whole unknown about this, right? It's like,
or hide them for a year.
So if you, I would just say, we all talk about betting on ourselves, and I agree with that. Like,
it ain't work no more.
But I don't know for the next 2 years of betting on, like,
unless you have to bet on yourself, that's different.
Like, you can't. There's a difference in betting on yourself saying, I have nothing, so I'm betting on myself that I'm gonna get something. But there's a difference in saying I got offers, I just don't like the offers because I want higher offers. Like, come on now.
Yeah, you ain't safe, bro. It ain't safe. It ain't.
Because I guarantee you wait. They've been offering you now. You say in January, well, I want to take it now. Oh, sorry, buddy.
Probably want to take that offer, man. And I mean, we had this conversation before, how great a red shirt year can be for a kid as well.
Woo!
That senior getting another year, you might want to just red shirt. As a coach, if you can red shirt, man. Like, and hell, while that senior's there, you got another year.
Man, that's such a great thought, right?
So
if they got a year with not a minimum. They can go over 13 scholarships. Then they have opportunity to redshirt you.
So, what if you're a sophomore right now? Does that still mean when you're done your 4 years, you still will be eligible for another year, or are these only seniors?
From my take, now I could be wrong. That's why I probably need to talk to somebody. I thought it was only seniors, but it could be. I have to look at it again, Bryce. I don't want to make a.
We're gonna have to get one of our college coaches who probably understand this rule very well as they're going through it to come on the show. Maybe that'll be our project before Thursday.
Yeah.
Find one of our good buddies that are about to hand out one of these extra years to come on and tell us how this all works.
Hey, show Torres comment.
Crider, man. Crider's a cool dude. Over at Georgia State.
Torres comment, Dre.
Hey, I just got a text that said it's not just seniors, it's everybody. So now if that's what it is, then that really impacts if you're talking about I want to wait.
Hey, that coach is real though. That coaching shape is real.
Hey, Tori, high major coaches don't have that problem.
Hey, Locke, sometimes it take a weekend for you to get your thought process back in order though.
Bryce, you ain't high major. You AAU. You 60 AAU.
Am I
high school?
No, there's no 40% no more. Am I a high major AAU coach though, Locke?
Top 5, Bryce.
You muted. You muted. We didn't hear you.
He didn't want to give you that, man. You see how he
No. My dude will put some stuff together. I don't hand him that board plenty of times and say, hey man, do your job, do what you do.
Bryce, I will say this. I always give you your just due when it comes to on that fucking clipboard. You a motherfucker on that clipboard, Bryce.
And you're definitely a high major in middle school AAU coach.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You definitely hands down. I can't take that from you.
I think right now though, I'm on that Murray State, that borderline.
Hey, this comment would have been extra funny if he would have called you Bruce though.
Oh yeah.
Damn. Yeah. I almost got away with the whole show with nobody saying that. Good job, bro.
Oh man.
If he would have called you Bruce, that comment would have been more funny.
He's a high major team.
Before we get ready to get out of here, hey Huff. Here we go.
Oh man. Hopefully we know all the coaches out there. This Saturday is right before the season. Season kicks off October 26th. Minority Coaches Association of Georgia, our fall preseason coaches clinic. Obviously, it's got to be virtual this year, but we still want to make sure we prepare all the coaches, no matter what level you coach, this Saturday. And we're gonna kind of start at 9 a.m. Right now, mental health is one of the biggest things that we're going through as coaches, as athletes. Your athletes are going through it. So at 9 a.m., Jason Wells is going to talk to us about mental health with your athletes. He's from Athletes on Purpose, former college and pro athlete basketball. And then at 9:30, Darren Douglas. See, we're going outside Metro Atlanta a lot. Darren Douglas, head coach of Grovetown, who won the state championship at Aquinas, is going to talk to us about, building that program through your feeder school. And then we have Brittany Ezell, the head coach of East Tennessee State. She's a monster. She's a beast. You want to hear her when she talks about creating culture in your program. And then we have Mo Williams, the head coach of Salisbury University. Not the Mo Williams of Alabama State, but Mo Williams of Salisbury University, which is we want to make sure that y'all hear from somebody that's not a D1 coach. That's not even a D2. Y'all need to understand they grinding. They doing the same work that these D1 coaches doing. He has some stuff about really analyzing practice and what you're doing in your practice. And then we hear from the head coach of Florida Atlantic University, Dusty May, at 12:30. And we're going to end it with Corey Black's networking event at the end of the day. And if you haven't been on Corey Black's networking event, then you're missing out, because that's the way. That's it. What you say, Dre?
Let's call in the state.
Yep. Let's call in the state. Right.
It's the best thing going.
So lock in if you need the registration. We still got spots open. It's on Twitter. If it's not on Twitter, just reach out to me and I'll shoot you that registration link so you can register. It's free. Free, by the way. How about that? It's free. You ain't got to pay. No,
so you ain't gotta pay or leave your house.
Oh,
so
so you ain't got coaches. There you go.
Because I even say I'm gonna lock in. I ain't got to leave the house.
Hey, Lock.
Yeah.
Speak whatever house. Did you get a grill in Houston?
No, man, I'm telling you, man, stuff was moving so fast.
Yeah, I seen the video.
Parties, the gay parties, the vibes. I couldn't even get my power wall grill.
The vibes. He said the vibes. I feel you.
Hey, did you get a Frenchie?
Hey man, I'm glad you had a good birthday, dog. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. For real.
Did you get the Frenchies, Lock?
Man, you know what? We was gonna go, but I didn't. I went to another spot, but I'm going back out there real soon.
I bet you are.
Like,
I'm trying to go too, low key.
Maybe New Year's, I'm gonna be back out there.
Hey, listen, that's our time, man. Y'all see how fast 2 hours go?
I guess our phones will be blowing up tonight.
Nobody had my phone number, so it's just gonna be Huff.
Hey, they're gonna hit up Huff and ask Huff who Lock thinks high majors, mid major, low major.
I can't wait till Lock releases the ranking. Lock really needs
to do it, bro. He is not gonna do it.
He needs to release this list.
He thought about this already. You already know he's thought about this already. He's not gonna.
Yes.
He like it's never gonna come out. Like
it's great conversation. People can't take it personally.
Nah, he ain't gonna put that out.
It's great.
I want to put it out, but I don't want no.
You know why he's not gonna put it out? Because he uses his face card to get into the gym, so he don't have to pay for games. And if he upsets somebody, he's not gonna get in. So he's not gonna put the list out.
They shouldn't take it that personal, dog.
I agree.
But they will.
So
they will.
And I mean, we support. At the end of the day, we support all of their kids. So
it's funny because I got the list. I got the pros and the cons.
I love it. But hey, man, Thursday night at 8. Lock us in. Don't be late. We'll be back. So until next time, stay safe. Wear your mask. Social distance. Do your thing.
Don't crowd surf at rallies without a mask on.
Don't crowd surf at a rally. Hey, if you get a chance to go out and vote early, please do. It is your duty as a citizen to participate and go vote. Bryce, I saw you voted early, man. Appreciate you, big dog.
Appreciate it, big Bryce. I'll be there this week, baby.
Gotta get old boy out of there, man. That like, hey, man.
How we talking, Bryce?
We can't leave the house, man. We can't leave the house, man. Cause he got to go. I'm sorry.
We are 1 week away from basketball season, fellas. 2 more podcasts, man, and tryouts would have begun. So,
and some people already had their tryouts. Oh, in the show.
Whoa.
Oh, in the show. If you went on the phone,
podcast, we are out. Yeah, some of y'all already been cut and don't even know.